Downtown Tulum Radio.
What's up, everyone? It's Joanne from Downtown Tulum Radio. I'm here with, let me allow you to introduce yourself, Roberto Luca.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be here. It's always so good to be here under the sun in this beautiful area of Mexico.
Of course.
So
introduce, of course, how do you guys go by as your DJ? It's a DJ name, obviously, so everyone can.
It's different question.
Oh, it's
different. No, it's. I mean, we met many years ago, and first of everything, our relation started as friends. Mm-hmm. Roberto was already part of the FPI project, one of the most iconic house group in the late 80s. So I was basically a big fan of them before we starting to produce and start the Cube Guys project together. That honestly, this year is 20-year anniversary of our project together. And it's always related to the passion for music and DJing.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I wanted to kind of just dive into. Cube Records, so 2005, that's when you guys started the project, right?
Yeah, the Cube Guys project started there. And then after a few years, we opened the Cube Recordings label that honestly is a very good way to expose our music and has no barriers to release the music that we really love to produce.
For sure, but I want to go back in time, guys. I want to go back, you are from Italy, originally from Italy. There's so much talent coming out of Italy, and it always has been. Can you guys tell me why? Like, what's going on in Italy? You guys are, you have this tribal sound, big room sound, obviously tech sound, very funky. So tell me, what's going on in Italy? What's going on in the water there? Like,
we have a lot of influences in the music business, in the music world, okay? And I feel that was one of the lovely reasons why we always move and discover new genres, and we like to perform, and anytime we go back to the lab, try something different. Because our roots are related to that kind of lifestyle, even in the business side.
Yeah.
So we are Italians.
Yes, of
so
course.
We love to experiment new genres and try to mix cultures and that kind of.
Yeah, and you've had a career before you guys got together. Like you were obviously established, so then you got together and you created this project. And so tell me about that. Like how, after all this time, you're still together, you're still, working together, you're still playing together. What's gelling you guys?
It's first of everything, love for music and love for the DJ world, that we really feel part of the project, part of our lifestyle, and is a thing that we love to do, even if sometimes it's hard to travel a lot, jet lags, and all those kind of, if you want to call it, troubles, but the point is always on the set, on the DJ side, and the music, of course.
Yeah, and so Cube Records, a great label. How do you curate the music? Like, how do you pick who is going to be in your label?
Oh, we're discussing this thing today. We have no rules. We just pick up the things that we feel good for the label, and we feel good for the DJ set. Most of the time, we say no to tracks that probably sounds very good, but if those kind of tracks are out of our folders, we prefer to say no, because probably they don't reflect our style at all. And we always keep the label as a sort of son of ours.
It's a baby.
A baby that we grown up with our different influences and of course different ages and musical direction, if you want to call it like that.
Do you have anything planned to celebrate this anniversary? I mean,
yes, we have some gigs planned all over with a sort of merchandise and exposure dedicated to the 20 years of the project, and we're very happy about it because longevity in this business is not a safe thing, as is not, a cliche.
Yeah.
So having this project running from 20 years is, it's a
it's
goal
an
for
accomplishment.
us.
It's a big
Yeah.
accomplishment. And right now, today, it's so easy to make music. You literally have a laptop and you can just put it all together. There's so many DJs and producers out there. Like, so, when I said, how do you curate the music for your label? Like, it's so easy. Someone could just send you something they made, within like 3 days. And that's very odd because back in the day when you had a vinyl, it takes forever to make that song. So, like, how do you see all these changes happen? Like, where do you see the music scene today, from where it was back in the day?
Oh, it's basically we start from the creativity, first of all. And we always focusing on something that is recognizable. And it doesn't has an expiration date. We looking for that. We don't want to just sit in front of a session and do something just because we want to release it now. We try always to, probably sometime we lose a lot of time working on a session. We work on the session just before coming here that originally was done 1 year and a half ago. And today, because of the sun, because of the weather and everything, we say, wow, that song needs to be
released.
It's the moment.
It inspired you.
And music is like that. You cannot plan everything related to music, especially when we are both Gemini.
Oof.
So, and
Four people.
4 people in two,
that's what I
two
mean.
bodies.
You have a lot of personalities to deal with,
Exactly. So that's part of the process as well.
I like that.
Having those kind of feelings that sometimes doesn't match with the moment.
But that's what makes art. That's why you come up with, like, for example, right? Like, you guys have done work with so many big people, like Barbara Tucker, for example, right? Like, how do you decide to, did you approach her or she approached you? Like, how do you just, decide to make it?
I don't remember. We always respect Barbara from day one. And the funny thing is, next weekend we're going to play with her in our hometown. Yeah.
Wow.
And, Barbara is one of the queen of this house music world.
Yeah.
And I remember we had that demo based on the Whitney Houston I Wanna Dance With Somebody track. And one of the person that I really think about was her. And she replies immediately saying, guys, I perfectly know the song. I love the song. And I'm doing it now. And so it was like that. And even replacing Whitney Houston is almost impossible. But Barbara, 99.9% was there.
Well, she's got her own DNA, right? So it's not like she's replacing Whitney Houston. She's adding her own Barbara Tucker spin to it. So that's amazing. Any new projects like that coming up with anyone?
Oh, we have a lot of new tracks coming, new ideas. Sometimes it's difficult even for us to plan something we have in mind because when I open up the folder we share on Dropbox, because after the COVID we start working like that. Before we had a folder in the studio, but during the COVID we start sharing a folder on Dropbox. So me and Robbie were able to work on the same session even in different areas, no? So those way of working give us a lot of freedom. So imagine the ideas and the folders we have right now, but it's part of the Cube Guys world, I think. Yeah,
and you're traveling constantly. So how do you find time to produce and work on your projects? And again, you have 4 of them, right? So you gotta figure out all this creativity and time at the same time with you trying to, obviously have all these gigs. Like how do you manage
The funny thing is, in these days, one of our probably most famous track was a Psycho Killer. He has a second life, is having a second life. And if I'm not wrong, Roberto did the first demo on airplane. So, thanks to the laptops. And, it's this. You cannot predict anything. And the funny thing is, Roberto has his own style of working on laptops, even if he's rough, but it's really essential. Then we pass the things in the studio and we develop in a different way. But the first thing is having something very easy that we can help us to put black on paper.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, you guys have different styles, but you complement each other, and that's why it's working so well, right?
Yes, because Roberto came from a very Italian disco Afro culture that was very famous back in the days.
The good Afro.
Yes, thanks to icons.
The real Afro.
The real Afro.
It's not a
It's
Afro
not
house.
house. No,
It's not Afro.
Yeah.
It's real Afro.
Yeah.
So having different backgrounds is one of the things that we also feel that part of the Cube Guys world is essential to have these two kind of worlds mixed it up.
Yeah, and so as an artist, you know, you have your creativity, and it's hard to kind of organize because an artist is an artist, and it just comes when it comes. But how do you have to also think of yourself as a business, because you wouldn't be as successful as you are if you didn't treat it seriously as a professional. So who's handling all that?
Yeah. Honestly, I think that we both take care of those contracts and you know, art stuff, not creative stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, we especially now, we ever work just between me and him, and we try to split all those homeworks.
Yeah, the things
equally.
you need to do to make the you know, the business run, right? Because you know, you have to pay the bills at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're here for the third time, right? Is
Exactly.
this the third time in Mexico or third time in Bomboniere?
No, Mexico. Man, I feel that we came here from 2008, early days of BPM, as we discussing before. So I don't remember. Probably was 30 or 40 times we came here in Mexico. We love this country. We had a lot of great memories from Mexican gigs, Mexican people. The experiences that we have in this country were unbelievable. And anytime we get interviewed and some people ask us, oh guys, what do you feel? I mean, what's the best place to play? And we always say Mexico.
Yeah. So what I love about Mexico here is the people really get engaged, right? Like the people really connect with the DJ. It's not so much about the image, which listen, that's also important, okay? Because now that's part of the scene these days. You know, you have to do all this like videos and all of the social media stuff, but people here really connect, you know?
It's really connected to the vibe.
Yeah.
And they are very positive.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the sun.
It is. I love to stay under the sun, so I perfectly agree with this.
Yeah.
It's energy.
It is. It gives you life.
Yes.
And so that's why you got so inspired and you wanted to release that track. So you're here at Bomboniere, and of course you also go in Mexico City too, right?
Yes, on Saturday.
And what? You're traveling all over the world, and you're going Italy. So I mean, you're just nonstop, guys, right?
Non-stop.
Anything.
I'm lucky to travel.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
Together with Roberto, because some people that do this business for years and they always travel alone, it's not easy.
It's not
I
easy.
mean, we have this kind of relation also that even if we discuss about anything else, we travel easily, you know.
Yeah, well, you need each other because you know, you guys are part of it, like the whole thing. It's a whole picture. So I get it. Any new projects are you working on aside of obviously new tracks and you traveling? Like anything new aside from?
No, the important project right now is Roberto has to change his car.
Oh, that's
and his V's is really in dub.
What's
so
wrong?
I
What's
don't
with
have
the-
money.
No, he is thinking
What a
about.
time.
Okay, I'm keeping my BMW or I'm moving to Tesla. That's the point.
Why don't you just get a Tesla and keep the BMW?
No, I have the BMW.
He has to
So for the other Gemini, give him the Tesla.
Okay.
keep both.
Keep both. So both personalities are happy.
So
And then Porsche.
And then Porsche. That's the third.
Three cars.
3 cars. So no new projects, nothing.
yes, we are working harder because we have a part of Cube Recording. We have other 4 labels that we handled, but we not represent as musical direction. So having those family of label is really important, and it's really hard to work on them, but we gotta do it.
Yeah, you have. You know, there's a lot of new kids on the block.
Yes.
So let's say they are looking for advice, because they usually do watch these interviews. They want to learn about you guys, and everyone that's been in this business for so long is not easy. It's not easy, you know. It's a lot of hard work. Like, what do you want to tell them? Like, what are some of the advices you want to tell them?
Coming here with the airplane, I saw a documentary. It was on Amazon Prime, I think. And it was a documentary that talks about the early rock bands, from Beatles onwards, okay? And the focus of the documentary is the importance of travel as a band on a van all together, and spend the good and the bad moments all together on a very small place like a van. Okay,
Like a boat.
Like,
it's like a boat. So you have to respect the band, you have to respect the rule and the role of anyone. And it's really I received a message a few days ago from a young guy that is really lost in space, because he told me, look, I do that, I try to do mixes and tracks and everything, but nobody takes care of my artistic side, no? And I hadn't replied him, but when I saw that documentary, I probably have something that I can tell to him and to other guys that are a bit lost, but not because of the musical period, but because of the war period. I think is a global
it is.
situation. And one of the things that I feel, and I can probably suggest even to my son that's 12 years old, he says, go in your direction. Don't lose time to watch on, to take a look too much on numbers or what you're scrolling on social. Go and do your thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions right now. I too have
Yeah.
a 12-year-old, and I can see it, you know. There's too many lights, too much, and then you lose focus, and then you wonder why you haven't mastered what you need to master. You have to do,
It is.
you know.
You have to stay focused on your lifestyle and on your reality. And of course, checking out what happened all around you, but not spend so much time to analyze.
Yeah.
You know, just some influence, not.
Because also keep in mind, social media is not necessarily the real thing. You only put, you know, things that make you happy. Like, you don't know what's happening in the back end of people, whatever they're putting in social media. So it's all like, it's giving you that, but then, and it's giving you this false expectation of what it should be. But I think you're right. Like, if you can just focus on doing and just do your own thing, stay in your own lane, I think.
It's like training. You have to train your body, not the body of other people. You know, it's your body that has to be trained to run or to do exercises. So this is what I feel.
Any last words?
Last words?
Sorry? L'ultime parole?
Ultima parole? Famose? The Roby.
Allora, cibo. Parliamo di cibo.
Yes,
Sì.
food. Food is really essential for traveling.
And for Italians.
Italian. Do you like?
Of course.
Okay.
How can I not like Italian food? Who doesn't like Italian food?
Where are you from?
Romania.
Romania.
Yeah.
Okay. Romania is very difficult food.
Very difficult.
No.
Very difficult.
Difficult.
Food. Yes.
In Italy it's very good. In Mexico not bad. Not bad, no?
Spicy.
Mexico is okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The meat is good.
Yes, the meat is good.
Yeah.
What else do you like? Where do you like, aside from Italy? Brazil? You like Brazilian food?
Yeah.
We like
Argentina.
Yeah.
Argentina, yeah.
Yes.
See,
Amazing.
Argentina is very close to Italian food. There's a lot of Italian, a big community there. So
It's
The wine.
very close
The
to
wine.
our
The
life.
wine.
the wine is delicious.
Yeah.
I love a glass of
Do
wine.
you like
right now.
red or on white?
I like red. That's my
Ah.
favorite. Yeah.
Me white.
But depends. If I'm eating a nice shrimp or a nice fish, then most likely a white. But if I'm eating like red meat, like a nice steak, I like a glass of red.
Guys, you make me hungry.
Yeah, I know. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
I'm super excited for your set, of course. And yeah, let's get going on your set. Thanks again. This is Joanne from Downtown Tulum Radio.
Yes.
Until next time.
Love you.
Bye.
Ciao, siamo i Cube Guys.
Yeah, we're so happy to be here in Tulum, baby. For Tulum.
Downtown Tulum
Downtown Radio.
Downtown Tulum Radio.